Welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back to episode 54. We are going to jump right into it today. I have been thinking about this a lot lately. I have coached a number of women on this concept over the past few weeks, and I have been exploring it in my own life. And I wanted to bring it here to you today because it's something that I haven't really heard talked about before in this way. And maybe it has, but I just haven't come across it. And I thought, well, if I haven't come across it, maybe you haven't either. And I think it could be really helpful for you to think about. And it's this. Underneath every I should statement is actually an I want to. And I know that you may immediately want to jump on the defensive and think that can't be true. But I really want you to stick with me here. I want you to really think about this. When you open yourself up to exploring the want beneath the should, it offers a really empowering perspective. It takes the pressure off. It helps to quiet your inner mean girl and the negative self-talk that she keeps on repeat in your brain. It makes your journey to lose weight and create healthier habits and to feel more confident in your body feel so much lighter. Because the way that we typically use the word should, especially when it comes to weight loss and habit creation, is loaded with pressure and guilt and shame. It makes you think, why can't I just do it? It leaves you feeling behind and frustrated or even defeated. We've created a negative relationship with the word should. We hear this all of the time. Stop shoulding on yourself. And I will be the first to admit that I have said it too. I have probably said it a number of times on this very podcast. And while that phrase may not be completely wrong when it comes to that pressure that the word should puts on us, when we believe that telling yourself I should is a bad thing, you may be missing the most important part. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. Under that should may be a deeper desire, a potential enhancement to your life, a belief, a possibility, a release, a truth. We don't typically think I should do something that we don't care about in some capacity. Should is usually connected to something we believe will produce a better outcome in our lives. The problem is the negative self-talk of your inner mean girl connects should with guilt and shame, with force and pressure. It's what makes it feel like a chore. It's what makes it feel so hard and complicated. It's why you resist it, why you put it off, and why the should never really goes away. Because underneath that should is a truth that hasn't yet been explored. The only reason the should even exists in your mind is because you want something more. And that is the most empowering thing that you can do for yourself is to find the truth of that should. Think about all of the different ways that should may be showing up in your life. We tell ourselves all of the time, I should go to the gym. I should go for a walk. I should cook more. I should get to bed earlier. I should get up earlier. I should eat healthier. I should lose weight. I should drink less. I should set better boundaries. I should wake up and start my day before the kids get up. I should get out of the house more. I should spend less time on my phone. What each of those statements may really be telling you is, I want to feel stronger. I want to feel better. I want to feel more comfortable in my own skin. I want to feel more confident. I want more consistency. I want time for myself. I want to feel proud of how I'm showing up and the decisions that I'm making. I want more energy. I want to feel healthier. I want to be more present. I want to enjoy my life more. I want more balance. I want to feel less stressed. Even the belief I should be further along carries a want beneath it. I hear that one all of the time. I should be further along. It's one that so many women use against themselves. They make it mean that they're behind, that they can't do it, that it's not possible. And it feels really heavy and comes with a layer of defeat. But what if you caught yourself saying that and you met it with compassion and understanding that you want to be further along? Notice the difference in the weight that each of those statements carries when you lead with your inner mean girls version of should versus when you seek the truth of I want to. When my clients tell me that they find themselves sitting on the couch after work, after a long day, they're feeling really tired, they're stressed, and they think that they should go to the gym or they should go out for a walk, and yet sitting on the couch just feels so good. What that really tells me is they want to move their body, that their body is craving movement and energy and a sense of relief after a long day. But when you think of it only as a should, as a chore, as something you have to do, there's no motivation behind it. There's no inspiration or desire. That's what flipping the script and opening yourself up to exploring what is it that I possibly want here can change everything. And I think it's really important to note that the want may not be the direct should statement, but exploring it gives you the opportunity to discover what it is that you actually want, and also the opportunity to explore if it's your want and your truth, or if it's a standard or an expectation of society, of diet culture, of past habits that you've just been carrying with you, thinking that is the right way. Exploring the should allows you to see what it is that you really want. And it gives you permission to let go of the things that you don't want, the things that you think you just need to be doing. One example of this that comes to my mind is the belief I should cut out carbs when it comes to losing weight. The want may not actually be cutting out carbs. It may simply be that you want to lose weight or you want to feel better, and you just think cutting out carbs is the way to do it because maybe you've done it in the past. Maybe other people have been successful with it. Maybe you just keep hearing about it. When you find the underlying want, that gives you the opportunity to explore if cutting out carbs is really the way that you want to lose weight. It may be one way that you could lose weight. Anytime we cut out major groups of food, it reduces our daily calories and ultimately leads to weight loss. But you may not want to lose weight that way because you know it's not sustainable for you. You don't want to live your life without carbs. By exploring the deeper want behind the should, you allowed yourself to find the truth. You found that you want to lose weight. You want to lose it in a sustainable way. You want to lose it in a way that works with your life and your favorite things. You don't want to feel restricted. You don't want to cut out carbs. So now you get to explore a different path and you give yourself permission to let go of the belief that you need to cut out carbs in order to lose weight. When you know that, you just never need to think about cutting out carbs ever again. You get to focus all of that time and energy on exploring the best path for you and your journey. Do you see how empowering that is? How much more simpler it becomes. You take out so much of the drama that we create in our own mind, and you allow yourself to create a more focused plan for you and your life. This is the energy behind quieting your inner mean girl and the surface level stories that she tries to convince you of. It's finding your truth, your deeper desire, the enhancement to your life. So often we see weight loss as detracting from our lives. We think that the only way to lose weight is to cut out all of our favorite things. But I can tell you what doesn't work when it comes to sustainable weight loss is cutting out your favorite things, shrinking your life, losing weight in a way that you know you won't maintain. So I want to talk to you about why we tend to use should against ourselves, because I think that may be helpful for you to make this switch. And then I want to walk you through 3 simple steps that you can take to start to explore the shoulds that pop up in your life so you can find your truth and that deeper want. So the first reason I think we cling to shoulds is because we make the mistake of believing that pressure equals motivation. We think that putting pressure on ourselves to do something gives us the kick in the butt that we need to get moving. And I have said this before on this podcast, but it is worth saying 1,000 more times. Putting pressure on yourself to reach your goals may work in the beginning, but it's a short-term driver of motivation. Eventually, it feels too heavy and too frustrating, and you give up. When you feel the pressure of should, and you give yourself the opportunity to explore the truth and potentially that deeper desire, the pressure naturally lifts. You may also be telling yourself that you should do it because you believe should equals discipline or increases your willpower. It feels like the right thing to do. It becomes a have to versus a want to. Discipline, willpower, believing you have to or it's the right thing to do doesn't matter when your inner mean girl is there telling you that you can't do it, that you can never stick with anything, or that it's not working. You create this connection between should and follow through. Again, this may seem motivating at first, but really what it does is just takes you out of the driver's seat. Believing that you should do something from a place of discipline and willpower is creating an expectation or a standard for yourself based on someone else's plan or a societal standard that maybe you don't agree with or it doesn't work with your life or feel good for your body, but you just think, I should do this or I have to do this. And you don't explore any other aspect of it. Opening yourself up to explore that should statement at a deeper level helps you to understand what about it makes you believe that you should. Is there something there that is of interest to you? Do you actually want to do it? Or is it just a standard that you don't actually even want to explore? And then you give yourself that opportunity to let it go, to fully let it go, to never even think about it again, because you know it's not something you actually want. It's just a story you've been repeating to yourself over and over again, and it feels really true. And all of that just takes a huge amount of pressure off you when it comes to reaching your goals. So let's talk about the steps to exploring the shoulds in your life. The first step is to just become aware that they are there. What are you telling yourself that you should do? Start to bring awareness to this and also how it makes you feel when you think I should do this thing. Catch the shoulds so you can start to explore them, which is the second step, which is just to get really curious about them without any judgment of I shouldn't be telling myself this or I should be changing it. Just allow yourself to meet that should with curiosity. Ask yourself, why do I feel like I should do this? What about this should in my life maybe feels a little interesting to me? Do I see a benefit here? Do I want to do this? Or is there anything here that is maybe related to the should that I think I want? You can also explore, is this something I don't want? Do I want to keep this should in my life? Does that feel good to me? And then the last step is to take the should and make it your own. Find your want, your truth, or the reason why you want to completely let this go. When you become aware of these shoulds and you get really curious, you find your path forward. You bring it back to you. You build trust in yourself. You allow yourself to be human. You also allow yourself to let go of rigid rules and habits that don't work for you. And that alone starts to quiet your inner mean girl because that negative self talk of hers thrives on you doubting yourself, on believing that you'll never get it right or figure it out. She thrives on you staying stuck in the same patterns of the past, the habits that have kept you from creating what you really want, from feeling good, from losing the weight and keeping it off for good. But when you start to find your truth, when you recognize what you really want and you build trust in yourself, that creates change that lasts a lifetime. And when you start honoring your truth, when you show up from that place of, I want to do this, everything about your weight loss journey becomes more empowering. It's not about restrictions or discipline. It's not about doing it right or being perfect. It's not about staying on track. It's about finding what you want and creating a plan that takes what you want and makes it work with your life in a way that allows you to create the habits that you want with ease, in a way that feels more aligned or more balanced, in a way that you know is yours and yours to keep because you've taken that pressure off. You've simplified it. You start doing the things that you said you should do, not because you have to or because you feel guilty, but because you've discovered why you really want it. And you've given yourself permission to let go of the things that you really don't want. That's how you lose weight and confidently keep it off. That's how you feel more proud of yourself than you ever have before. How you build confidence and how you feel in control of your journey. That is how you quiet your inner mean girl and build habits that last. One should turn to I want to, or you know what? I don't want this at all at a time. So I want you to really think about that. I know it may be different than anything that you have heard before, anything that you have been brought to believe or have been telling yourself, but I really want you to explore what is behind the shoulds. Do they feel good? Do I want to keep them with me or do I want to let them go? And I would love to hear what shoulds you are letting go of and what you're replacing the rest of them with. Send me a message. You can email me or come chat with me on Instagram at Wellness with Abby H. And as always, if you found this inspiring, share it with a friend. And if you are ready to lose weight and lose it for good, I invite you to join me in the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method. Schedule your free consultation. You can go to the show notes and click the link to schedule right there. We will talk about what you want, not just about what you think you should do. And we will map out the simplest plan to get you from where you are to where you want to be in a way that works with all of the best parts of your life. All right, my friend, I will talk to you next week. If you are loving this podcast, please subscribe, rate, or review. Or if you know someone who would benefit from this message, please share it with them. And if you are ready to quiet your inner mean girl, to create habits that make you feel amazing, to lose weight and confidently keep it off while living the life that you love, I invite you to schedule your complimentary 60-minute consultation. We'll discuss where you are, where you want to be, and how my Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl method can help you create the future that you want. You can find the link to book your call in the show notes, or you can also connect with me directly on Instagram at Wellness with Abby H. I can't wait to talk to you.